The International Criminal Court is now in session.
In under 24 hours, the ICC trial chamber will determine if Deputy President William Ruto and his co-accused Joshua Arap Sang have a case to answer in relation to the 2007-2008 post-election skirmishes. And as the clock ticks towards the 5 p.m. Hague time or 7 p.m. Kenyan time deadline for the ICC verdict, it's anxious moments for Ruto and Sang as they wait to learn whether they will be put on their defense or let off the hook in the case that has dragged on since 2011. The three-judge bench will not hold any open court session tomorrow, but will instead communicate its ruling through email to all the parties and the media. Ruto is seeking a no-case-to-answer verdict, as well as an acquittal, while Sang's defense team is pushing for a termination of the case. They each face 3 charges: murder, deportation or forcible transfer of population, and persecution.
Along with Mr. David Hooper of Queen's Counsel.
The Ruto-Sang defense teams argue that the ICC Prosecutor had failed to prove that there was an organized network that masterminded the 2007-2008 post-election violence and insist the skirmishes were spontaneous after a contested presidential poll outcome. The defense teams also argue that the evidence of the 6 key witnesses had been ruled inadmissible after they withdrew it.
The vehicle of their case can't carry the weight of evidence. The chassis is broken and the wheels have come off. That's our submission.
And for purposes of our case, direct evidence would be an audio. There is no direct evidence of any culpability on the part of Mr. Sang.
The trial chamber will also have to consider the prosecutor's arguments that the chaos were premeditated and organized by a team headed by Ruto that Sang was a member of. Bensouda, while dismissing the Ruto-Sang no-case-to-answer motion, insisted youths were recruited, oathed and supplied with weapons to cause chaos and thereafter cleansed.
What we have on record, we submit, establishes that by the 20th of November, when the first of the preparation meetings which I've discussed today took place, the common plan and the network had already crystallized.
Ruto's allies have scheduled a series of meetings this evening and tomorrow to strategize on how to respond to the ruling. And while hopeful of a favorable ruling, they are alive to the realities of a continuation of the case, since the threshold for putting Ruto and Sang to their defense was low. Political and legal analysts, however, acknowledge tomorrow's verdict has far-reaching implications in the country's political landscape, 490 days to the general election. Francis Gashuri, Monday Special,